Hello, everyone, and welcome to Burn the Ship, the podcast that helps entrepreneurs go all in on their business, and we introduce them to professionals that can help them to do so. Today, we have a very special returning guest. Sergio, how are you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good, Rod.
Good. I definitely appreciate you coming in here, and we understand that time is one of our most valuable resources. So, Sergio, introduce yourself and the name of your business.
Definitely. Well, I'm Sergio Santos with SQSPhotography, a headshot specialist here in Marietta.
Excellent. Appreciate you coming on today. And we understand, that time is one of the most valuable resources that we have. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
Okay. Well, I was born in Brazil, grew up with a camera, so
Nice.
That's what brought me to photography since the beginning. Even though I only started studying photography when I moved to New York in 2005, believe it or not.
Okay.
Studied all kinds of photography in the beginning, first 5 years, and then I found headshots. And the last 10 years in New York, of the 15s, were all headshots, specialized and done.
Now, I'm going to stick in that New York part. Tell us a little bit about the excitement of taking the pictures in New York. What was that scene like when you first got there?
New York is fantastic.
Okay.
You can get any kind, very different kind of people.
Yeah.
And that for me, when I was learning, fantastic.
Yes.
Because then I had to learn all techniques for styles and different. Just different. Yeah. Like not only the traditional 9-to-5 jobs. It's New York.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, man. I definitely appreciate that. Now, for yourself, like you mentioned, there's all types of photography that you could have taken up. Could have did some real estate stuff. Could have did some product stuff. What really made you lean towards the actual headshots? What made you do that?
When I started figuring out that you can break people out of their shells and they can come out and bring that energy and then actually get to know the person in front of a camera, it's fantastic. It's a beautiful experience. So that was that's what I want.
Awesome. Now, with you doing this for so many years, one of the questions that I have is, what are some of those tips and techniques that you do to remove that insecurity of that person that's about to get in front of that camera? What are some of the things that you do to try to help with that?
I think it's my trick. My biggest trick is being like an empath. I have empathy with that. I hate to be in front of the camera. I'm very nervous.
Yes.
You'll see. The last time that I was here, I was balancing around on the chair. Thank God this one is actually
I see what you're saying. I see you tapping that leg a lot. I get it.
Yeah, I have this empathy. I can make people relax a little more because I know how uncomfortable can be in front of cameras, in front of lights, in front of everything.
Yes.
So, and I'll be shooting them and showing them the pictures as we go in a computer, not like my little camera view screen. They'll be seen actually, is a tethered, that's a term, shoot. So they'll be seen and we're going to be talking. Hey, your eye here, you can do a little more, a little squint, a little more open. Oh, this smile this way, this smile that way. And that's slowly building that. It's a whole hour shoot, so we have plenty of time for that.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. And as we try to build the framework of what the ideal referral looks like for you, can you share with us what the last 2 clients look like so we can have a better reference in our mind? Tell us about that.
Well, they're very different. You went one from insurance side that is very traditional. The person is traditional, so it had to be very traditional shoot, and the other one is was a branding for a very fun photo shoot. It's 3-day shoot. We're going to the third still. We are on the second. We did the first one with fun indoors in their branch shoot. Then the second one was in studio headshots. And then the third one's going to be outdoors. It's going to be super fun. They're going to have material for a whole year.
I get it now. You saying that made me think of something funny in my brain. So let's just say that particular company did all the shoots all the way up till next Thanksgiving. What happens if someone leaves? Do you take them out of the picture? They reshoot it? Or they just got to go with what they got? How does that work?
What we normally do is we break the team in the owner will never leave, so the owner is always there.
Yes.
And the owner will take pictures with different employees, not the whole team always. We'll have a few with the whole team.
Okay.
But not always. We'll have options.
I got you.
The owner normally is the one that tell me more of this, more of that. Probably it's from older employees or employees that I don't know.
Yeah.
Their call.
Ah.
We had this conversation. I'll say like, what do you want more? More of this
Yes.
person, more of that person.
Yes.
Because sometimes they want to branch out to some specific market or some specific clientele, younger, older, whatever it is.
Okay.
Like, so
Okay.
that's also we put in.
Makes a lot of sense. Because I was thinking, I said, a year, that's a big forecast if you're taking group pictures. And what do I do? Just magic erase that person out of
You
there?
could.
Ah.
I don't really do it, but like I'll send it to a Photoshop expert.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I'm really good in Photoshop,
okay,
but I'm
okay.
not an expert in
Oh,
Photoshop.
so that's actually a thing. I was trying to
Yes.
be funny, but it's an
Yes.
actual thing.
Yeah, there is. I have a guy that actually he does magic.
Okay, okay. That's a good deal. Now, appreciate you sharing about the team, the branding part. I just had a Roderick question when it comes to the more traditional one, the insurance person you were talking about. Now, it surrounds ties because myself, I came traditional salesperson back in the 90s. Say that's a long time ago, early 2000s, and I wore a suit and tie pretty much every single day. Is that still hip, or is that too old and showing my age?
I think the important thing is like you knowing who is your client.
Okay.
Like if you deal with people that actually require a tie, normally it's like a little more on the older crowd and things more traditional. Wear your tie.
Okay.
Like that's what's gonna make you money.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's gonna open doors.
Makes sense.
If you're dealing with like the young generation, normally they don't really care for ties much.
Okay,
They don't care for this formality. So you maybe don't need that.
Maybe
So
not.
it's all about that branding. Like
Okay.
you know yourself, but you have to know who's your client.
Okay.
That's who you're selling to. That's
Okay.
the most important part. Or you might have a miscommunication there. And also about you. If you hate ties, maybe you choose your client to be somebody different. And if you love ties, keep on your track.
Makes a lot of sense. It sounds like, you go very in depth, like having conversations with the person, setting them at ease, trying to find out what message they're actually trying to get across before you even get started. Is that what you normally do? Just talk to them for a minute first?
Yes, before we turn any lights on, any cameras on, we have like at least a 15 minutes conversation in studio talking about, hey, what do you want to portray? What is your brand? Who is your client? And all those questions. It's funny because sometimes the clients don't even know.
Yes.
So we have to kind of like dig into that to try to figure out. So I kind of feel like a consultant sometimes.
Yes.
Should add more to the price, but it's okay.
Yes. Add more to the price.
But yeah, the whole idea is because then we can bring that to the camera. It's the whole idea to have a headshot to reflect you and your personality and your brand. So that's the whole point of it.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Now, for us, we met networking. So we're out and about meeting decision makers, business owners, business representatives all the time. So it is a high probability that I will come across what we call a referral partner for you. Now, tell us a little bit about what is a good referral partner to send over to you for your headshots.
I think the easiest one is like if you see individuals. Like I'm actually just releasing a campaign that is like probably next week. So it's the first one that you're actually hearing about.
Nice. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Yeah. They're going to be like, report your headshot.
Okay.
Report a bad headshot. So if you see somebody that you know that have a bad headshot,
Gotcha.
you go there and put your like who you're reporting and why, and you write down like a little funny thing. It's all about being funny. It's all about being funny, not harsh, not like it's not to hurt anyone.
Yes.
It's about having fun with it. And now we can get in touch with the person and say like so and so reported you for a bad headshot.
Yes. That makes good.
That would be easier for people, and you can actually gift a headshot too.
Okay.
So it would be an option like, hey, you can report, but you can actually gift one to help it at least.
Okay.
So that's one thing. That's the easiest, like individuals.
Yes.
If you see a bad headshot, you're like, dude,
Just
that's
say
not really
something.
representing your brand there. What's going on?
Yes.
So
yes.
you say kind of that. I used to see like marketing, like marketing directors that like they want to showcase employees.
Okay.
That's like the biggest. It was my biggest bread and butter in New York. Like was some like mid-sized companies that will come in and like 50 headshots,
Okay.
10 headshots,
Yes.
like that. That's great, and that's a different fare than normal individual fares because it's by quantity.
Yeah, of course.
But like that's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good deal. Now, one of the questions that made me think when you were sharing that is geographic wise. Now, I know you have your studio in Marietta. Are you static there, or how far are you going out? Or if the job is good, I'm going wherever. How does that work for you?
I used to travel for it.
Okay,
So like
okay.
now I'm trying to focus on staying in Atlanta, at least the Metro Atlanta. Marietta, all the way to Aquifer, even more a little bit, depending on the drive. But what I normally do is like if it's individuals, it's normally in studio.
Okay.
Just because I can understand their brand and then can flip a lot of my toys. There are so many toys there,
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
lines that I can make specific for them.
Yes.
But teams or branding, I do more on locations. I can do on locations.
Okay.
Because that's easier for, like, you can't put 20 employees to come all the way to Marietta. The logistics of it, I understand the business person that's dealing with that.
Yes.
So I'll come to then set up a whole studio in their location and shoot for, depends how many people, a day or two.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. Now, you're very mature in your business, almost 2 decades in. So there are many situations, experiences that you have been through, and also many skills that you have acquired and nurtured over time. Do you mind sharing with the audience some of those skills that have helped your business grow that they can possibly add to their bag and help their business?
I think I'm gonna mention one and talk about one,
Okay.
another one.
Yes.
Mention one because I'm kind of talked a little bit the last time that I was here was branding, like understanding your brand, understand who's your client. That's major. If you don't know who you're selling to, why you're selling?
That's right.
You don't know.
That's right.
So that's what I'm mentioning it. So research about branding, research who you are, research everything that you have to know about that client.
Okay.
That's the most important part. And the other one that's actually, it's sort of new for me, it was when I moved to Georgia, was networking.
Okay.
In New York, because I knew so many people, was more like a word of mouth. So it was really easy for me to grow my business there. Here I moved not knowing anyone.
Yes.
It was me and my husband, that's it.
Yes.
So I had to learn how to network.
Okay.
And that was a really different thing for me. It was like, I'm an introvert by nature. So for me, it's tough.
Yes. That's a big difference in the networking world. You got to share, you have to accept, it's a big difference. So that's awesome. If you don't mind sharing with us, in your networking experience, how has that helped to grow, or what tips can you give the audience when it comes to networking?
Well, networking is vital to your business. Like if you don't network, start now.
Okay.
Like start now. Like it's really important. Not only to network you're not hunting for clients per se. You're hunting for people, like I said, the door openers or people that can actually connect you.
Yes.
Because there's one big thing for me is like you're not looking to be only successful. You have to be valuable.
Okay.
Because when you're valuable, people will want you anytime.
That's right.
Value, like people connection, is one of the biggest values that you can have right now.
Oh yes.
With my clients, if they need anything marketing wise, or anything, even like if they need a plumber or an electrician, I know them because I network and I know a lot of them, and I know who is good and who is not, who attends certain areas, who doesn't. So that's what's important. I can be of value, of service of my client.
Okay.
So that's really important.
Okay.
But the tips are, don't do like I did.
Okay.
You don't go to network and start giving cards away. That's not the point.
Okay.
The key is you have to go to a network, found out who is the person that's going to be interesting for you or in your business, and get a one-on-one with them.
Okay.
One-on-one. Schedule a coffee, a lunch, or whatever it is. It's not that moment to talk about your business and sell that proposition right there.
Yes.
It's not about that network. It's about you getting to know that person. Maybe, hey, let's talk. Let's talk later.
Yeah.
And then you can propose business in a lunch or in a coffee. More a one-on-one.
Yeah. Sounds like networking with a purpose instead of a shotgun approach. Let me give away as many. Go into it with the plan is sounds like what you're sharing.
Exactly. And I did. I can't blame it. I went like distributing cards and getting to know like 50 people and not knowing nobody, because you don't know anybody. If you give your card, nobody remembers you at all, because you didn't have any meaningful conversations. So that's the point. You have to kind of like have meaningful conversations so people remember you.
Yes.
And that's the whole idea.
Okay.
So, and a few things on networking that is really, really important is like know where to network.
Okay.
I started Marietta because that's where my studio is. That's where I live, and that's my hometown, and that's my roots.
Yes.
So I grew my roots there my first 2 years, and I still go to Marietta as much as I can. Every event that I can support, I'll be there.
Okay.
And that's fantastic. But then I start growing. It's like, hey, we had to grow.
Yeah.
So I start reaching out to Atlanta. But you have to know which ones you're looking for. For me to go in a student tech networking thing might not work for me,
Yes,
for my
yes.
branding.
Yes.
But for other people, it's fantastic. So there are networkings of every shape and style out there.
Okay.
So look what's good for you and your business and find it. Don't go just because, oh, that one seems like cool, but is it
Is it
a good business decision?
okay? Okay. Make sure that you are fishing in the correct pond. guys.
Exactly.
See, because I can't say it as eloquently as he does, so I gotta say just normal terms. Don't be fishing in the wrong places.
I actually have that phrase in a little post-it in my desk.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness gracious!
So mine is fish at where the fishes are.
That's right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Definitely appreciate you sharing that skill. That is highly vital for those entrepreneurs that have gotten going, maybe have gotten stuck and don't know what to do next. Get out, build some relationships, and help grow your business that way. Now, Sergio, definitely appreciate you sharing all of this business stuff, this networking stuff. But we do all that so we can live what we call a life. So let's just say you've gotten all of the headshots taken care of. You don't have to worry about money or nothing like that. What is it that Sergio would do with his time now that he has it all to himself?
Oh man, if I'm that rich, because if I
Yes.
take care of all the headshots, oh man, I would be really rich. I'll be traveling the world.
Okay.
I'll be seeing everything that I can see, and
Okay.
as little as I can. Like I'll be everywhere.
Just everywhere?
Everywhere.
Did you have a particular place that's on that bucket list or that check that you wanted to knock off next?
I don't think I have one place that like it's like every brochure for trips.
Okay.
I'm like, ooh, that sounds amazing. I want to be there.
Yeah, so hot or cold doesn't matter. If
Doesn't
you're going
matter,
on an
doesn't
Alaskan cruise down to well, I was gonna say go back down to Brazil, but you're actually from there. But
I go often. So.
yes, okay. So traveling the world, getting out, trying to see some of those things.
Yes,
those,
definitely.
Makes sense. Now today you share with us a lot about your business, who's a good referral partner, and some magnificent skills on growing the business. How can people get in contact with you if they have additional questions on how to get the headshots or talk a little bit more about business?
Hey, I'm all about being of value. So if you have any questions or anything that you might need from me, you can reach out on my email. That's SQS@SQSphotography.com. Or in social media, my is at SQSphotography. So you can reach out any moment, and I'll answer as much as I can.
Awesome. We truly do appreciate you coming on the show today, sharing a little bit about yourself. We definitely understand that's a big thing, especially with you not wanting to be in front of the camera. Sometimes that can be challenging. I definitely appreciate you sharing it. And to honor that, we always give our guests the last word. So please look over there at the camera and tell the audience something great.
I think I'm going to quote someone. I think I'm going to quote Eisen, that he says, don't aim to be successful, aim to be of value. And I think that's the most important. That's one of my mantras right now is like, stay on that value part. And successful will come.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on to the show today. We truly do appreciate that. And to everyone that is watching today, be kind and thanks.